Erik ten Hag's future at Manchester United will be decided at an executive meeting tomorrow. I'll give you the details of that, but also there is some injury update concerning Man United. Of course, we've got to scrutinize how true these injury concerns are, or whether it's a plan, a smart strategy for Man United to retain players and not allow them to go future for their national teams. Welcome to the United Hotspot. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe as we do get into this Man United talk. Well, proper talk, hard talk, and real talk, I must say. Thank you, fam, for subscribing. We are above 10K and we are growing every day, all thanks to you. Of course, I know lately my frequency of video is not as you've been used to, but it is because of course, a few other engagements that are keeping me busy lately. But trust you me, I'm soon figuring it out so that we go back to our former pace where I used to give you about 3 videos a day. I'll get back to that, fam. I'll get there. But one is better than zero, isn't it? Let's get into it, fam. Listen. So Erik ten Hag's future will be decided at an executive meeting that will happen tomorrow, involving the Glazers who are there already. They flew already from the United States to England to go prepare for that important meeting with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and the entire executive of Man United. Of course, Blow, Jean-Claude Blow, and all these guys. Omar Berada will certainly be a part of it. So all these top heads at Man United will be involved in these conversations about the future of Erik ten Hag, and they say it's not going to be an emotional, I think, a discussion. I think they are going to analyze and scrutinize the situation, I think, and see what exactly is befitting of Erik ten Hag. Is it a patience and trust, or is it to part ways with him so that they come up with a clear, proper communication, if they have to, about what the exact situation is? Because remember, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos promised one thing, that they will have transparency when it comes to issues to do with the club, so that they involve the fans along the way in everything they do. So it's a very important meeting, that. And of course, many people, especially the British media, who have been pushing for the sacking of Erik ten Hag, will certainly be predicting and hoping that their predictions come right, that Erik ten Hag is sacked. Well, it's not entirely about them. Perhaps their opinions could push an agenda, but because they certainly align with most of the Man United supporters. But I feel that Ineos will certainly have an independent mind as they go into this. For Erik ten Hag, meanwhile, as he continues to speak, he seems to be confident, saying that there is a lot of honesty between him and the Ineos team. There is transparency, they communicate well, and he believes in their word and knows they are backing him to try and steer this project forward. But let me tell you guys, and well, Erik ten Hag is struggling with Man United, and we know it. And it's no doubt, and I've said it time and again, that for me, whether they sack him or not, I would back whichever decision Ineos comes up with, because I think I've trusted so many managers in the past and they have failed. But I also know that certain times, if you're going to succeed, you've got to suffer a bit at the start. It's never easy. So maybe, because even Sir Alex Ferguson suffered a lot in his first 4 seasons at Man United, he was beaten left, right, and center, and people wanted him sacked until it had to take the trust from the people ahead of him to back him, because they knew what they had and they knew what they were doing, internally. Now, with Erik ten Hag, with this big scrutiny, with the social media and the media itself, it's difficult for that patience to be there. Results need to be coming in thick and fast. I'm personally not so moved though by the talks of Thomas Tuchel returning now. Of course, people are talking about Thomas Tuchel again. I saw Graham Potter now appearing in the media as well. It's no coincidence that after a long time of him saying nothing, not being seen anywhere, he was seen talking about Johnny Evans and how his defense was a masterclass and all. I mean, it cannot be just a coincidence that at a time when Erik ten Hag's job is under big scrutiny again, Graham Potter is resurfacing and having a comment all of a sudden to say about Man United. But for me, I'm not really for Thomas Tuchel, to be honest. I'm not moved by him. I don't feel like he's a project manager. I don't feel like he's the kind of manager who will not be uh, a long-term solution to Erik ten Hag. Well, he might come in and actually manage this squad into finishing in top places, even winning a bigger title, the Europa and all, because he's a title winner. But I feel like his would be a short-term stopgap measure, not a long-term solution. We need a long-term solution. We need a builder, a manager who is going to come and build this team the way Mikel Arteta built Arsenal. Do I think Thomas Tuchel is that? I don't think so. So for me, that's my disquiet. And I also feel the same about Erik Ten Hag in a way. Anyway, I don't really look at him as a builder per se. But whatever happens from that executive meeting, I think for me, I'll back. I'll tell you. Question is, who are the replacements? We know that Ineos have been talking about Gary Southgate. You look around, I think managers, and you're thinking there are not so many options. So are we then looking at promoting Ruud van Nistelrooy? How easy will it be for Ruud van Nistelrooy, who has now been, of course, shortly within, to turn things around and inspire these lads to get the good football we believe they are capable of playing? So it's really a hard paper for Ineos now, and the pressure is there. Remember, Sir Jim Ratcliffe himself put himself up for scrutiny, saying that we should judge him after 3 seasons. Now already, one season is almost nearly pointing towards the wrong direction. The first season, his first full season. But it can never be easy. So who then should be coming in? So it's interesting. I feel like maybe a pairing of Ruud van Nistelrooy and Michael Carrick would perhaps make sense. Could we bring back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and partner him with Ruud van Nistelrooy? All these are possibilities, but it's a hard time because you might push for sacking Erik Ten Hag, but what is the solutions? The solution that could be the multi-million pounds question. But that said, talking about the team, our owner Alejandro Garnacho too has pulled out of the the Argentina squad for the upcoming games against Bolivia and Venezuela because of a knee injury. You saw him playing with something on his knee all throughout the 90 minutes of our last game against our last goalless draw against Aston Villa. So he's not 100% fit. So it's no surprise, but it could also be a way of us trying to say, you know what, we are in a tight position. We don't want to be risking our players. So has Nusal Mazraoui as well. He has also pulled out of the Moroccan squad for their upcoming international break. So these World Cup qualifiers for them are not going to be, I think, quite exciting. If you don't have stars like Mazraoui for Morocco, I feel like the entire Morocco would be buzzing with the arrival of Mazraoui, given the fact that this would be his first chance playing for opportunity to play for Morocco as a Man United player. For Garnacho as well, he's been trying to realize his spark. I think won 7 cups so far already, was quite instrumental in their Copa America victory. So you feel like he could have been an important player for the Argentines to see. But I think clubs are doing it smartly now. They don't want to risk their players because they know after the international break it gets intense. I saw Arsenal as well, Kai Havertz pulling out of the Germany squad for their upcoming games, which I think for me, with the so many games that are being played, players are getting injured left, right, and center. You don't want to risk them, especially if these are players you're relying on for anything good you're trying to do. So that's where we are. That's the bit of the situation. Expect an update from me tomorrow concerning the executive meeting. I'll give you details of that, but also, again, expect Man United to get better sooner rather than later. I have hope, fam. I have a lot of hope. Let me catch you later.